I'm high, spinning my head with that look in my eye. Gold fever, out of time, gonna get gold rich before I die. This is the promised land. By the end of the day, there'll be gold in my hand.
What you find, don't tip the scale. Don't you know Eden ain't for sale?
Been down every mine in this town before. Ain't nothing here but iron ore.
Oh Lord, heard that before. In my whole damn life, I've never been so poor.
Oh, gold fever got me on high, spinning my head with that look in my eye. Gold fever. You see that gold in my eyes, it's determination, baby, eyes on the prize.
Call it what you want, our cupboards are bare. Sick of sitting waiting here for you in our chair.
I see what you're saying, but it's not fair.
What's up? So we got Gold Eagle in there. I'm in there. Renee. Good night, Renee. You went to bed a while ago. Scrapyard. Scrappy, we're worried about you, man.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, man. We're worried about that thing coming across on you.
We talked to Scrappy. He's got my number so you can give me a call. I can talk to him through the storm if he maintains cell service. But we got our panning stations up. We got the Gold Eagle brain box. Scuba Steve's in chat. Scrappy, if you want to come on up, you can come up and tell us about your experience sandbagging all day. Instead of playing in the sand and getting gold, he was playing in the sand, filling sandbags.
Oh, you should have panned out a few.
There's no gold in Florida. Remember, we talked to Jim about that. Yeah.
Oh, well. It would have been fun anyway.
Scuba Steve's down in chat. So we're talking about the Gold Eagle brain box. So blow yourself up. Show your shit off, Joe.
All right. Let me see. Let me get situated here. Let's see what we can do. There, and will bring me over here. There we go. All right. This here is what we're going to be using tonight. It's let's call it a regulator. It's a all electronic. It's got a battery powered. We're going to use an 18 volt. 16 amp or 6 amp, sorry. Don't go higher than 6 amp. It'll burn this out. So it's a 6 amp lithium ion battery. And all we do, the battery is, now you guys know how much this weighs. I'm sure you've used them. You know, it don't weigh that much. It might be a pound. I don't even know, but it ain't that much. You know that.
Well, I weighed your box. I weighed it all together with the cord, and it was like 2.35 pounds.
Yeah, it's hardly anything. So you throw a couple of these in your knapsack, along with this, and a small sluice like we have over there, a geo sluice. This is actually a 406 sluice. He was 406 miner was kind enough when I went up there to visit him in Montana that he made me a sluice, a small little cleanup sluice, because he knew I'm a basement panner over here, and that's one of the reasons I had to come up with some kind of system to funnel the water through that. So that's in partially where this all came from.
Well, one of them Montanians is in chat. Not him though, the other one.
Oh, I see. All right. Oh, Nick is here. I see him. So what we got is all we do is slip it on here. It's like any kind of tool, and it powers up. Right now, I got it set. You can. I don't know if it's worth showing you here, but you can. It's at 8 volts. You could tune it down to 100th of a volt. So I got it set at 8 volts here, and it's a what would we call it? It's an 18-volt battery. So if I'm running it at 8 volts and it's with low current, you'll see how when I plug it in, how versatile it makes your sluice go. It's like building a bigger dam or opening up the water supply on you. All right, you guys can see. Let me put up the other one before let's go here. Can we do this? Yeah, there's the sluice. There's no water running through it now, but I'm going to show you. We're going to plug it in. We plug it in through the top here.
403's on the road home. He'll be sluicing some stuff when he gets there, and Scrappy's the ex-Montana thing.
Oh. All right, there we go. We got some flow. We got nice flow going. I'm just
So we're not expecting to find a lot of gold for those in chat. Joe's panning his tailings. I'm panning tailings. Stuff that's already been panned, just to see if we missed any gold. And I have seen a couple fly poops in this black sand, so.
Yeah, this is more or less just to show you how it works, and hopefully we do get some gold out of this.
So DB's got a question already for you.
Sure. I'm wondering what else. Well, yeah, I guess you could. If
this has to be a DC motor.
It has to be DC. It's not a
inverter?
An inverter or nothing like that. It's just you'd have to have a DC fan if it would do anything DC. Power tools if you want to plug them in. See that cord adapter that I have here. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but the cord adapter that I plug in, that's what's connected to that 12 volt, 500 gallon an hour bilge pump. So whenever you want to power, that doesn't take a lot of, that doesn't draw too much. You can't power.
Well, no, isn't it for some motors, though, you don't really want to adjust the power because you could damage the
It's like
item.
This is like putting a big resistor in the circuit. That's all it is. If you want to look at it like that, you're dropping. You're dropping. Instead of dissipating that power through a resistor, which dissipates in heat, this actually is turning down the battery. It's the power is still conserved in the battery because it's not taking it out.
No, I'm talking about say I were to hook it up to I can't think of anything. Let's say a vacuum. A vacuum or something. And say I hook it up to a vacuum and the vacuum needs to be ran at X volts. If you go below that, you could damage the motor of the item, is what I was asking.
Oh, yeah.
Or would it be just like running it on a lower battery?
Well, this is specifically built so you can vary the amount of suction that bilge pump is going to pick up. Therefore, the water volume going through the sluice will change. When you need a different, when you're sluicing different things, I made it for this. If you want to try to apply it to something else, that's up to you. Yeah, sure, you can. Make sure it's DC and it's, it's not going to draw more than six amps. which it's not. More than likely, it's not. But this is I built it for this. Where it came from, if you want to run a tattoo machine, that's where the original idea came from. My friend Charlie, who I went golfing with today, he builds power supplies for tattoo machines. So I says, well, can I? You vary the voltage on there and vary the amperage to control the needle going up and down. Can I use that to hook up? He says, sure, why not? So he built me the prototype, and then we built a better one, a more nicer one, which we got here now. I got the prototype somewhere around here. Yeah. This here is the prototype. See, it's got two. This is actually made for a tattoo machine, because the machine goes in here and the foot switch goes in here. So that's where it comes from. And so, yeah, you could use it for various things if you'd like.
Now, we have had questions in the past. Can you use it on a 4,000 gallon per hour pump? No.
The most I would go on this, because that's the way it's designed. It was designed just for it was. I didn't really want to go into trying to sell these things, but people have been asking me about them. So I'll help you out. But the way it was designed for me to sit here in the basement and do exactly what you see on the big screen.
Well, and then you can take it out in the backyard. You don't have to drag extension cords. You can take it out of the creek. You don't have to take a giant car battery.
Oh yeah. Well, we actually showed it to somebody. I don't know if we can mention names, but a friend of ours.
Yeah, you can go ahead and drop his name.
Yeah, Ross Fisher from. He was on Oak Island, the show Oak Island. He has a claim down there, and we went down there to visit him, and he was very hospitable to us, took care of us. And we were sitting around the fire that night, and we hooked this power supply. In fact, it was the prototype. Hooked that. That's the one I brought. We hooked that up to a geo-sluice high banker. And we sat around the campfire, and we ran 2 40-pound bags of dirt, and we lost 1 bar on the battery. It's got 4 bars. We ran it for 3 hours?
Almost 4 hours.
40 pounds of dirt we went through, sitting around at the campfire, having a grand old time with the good old boys, and it only lost 1 bar of power. So it's pretty efficient.
No Adulting wants to buy one, I think. Scrappy said you should get 5 to 7 hours on it. And that's the thing. I ran my Blue Bowl, and I got almost 8.5 hours before I needed to switch batteries. Hey, look at that fella. 406 Miner in the house. Legion Sluice Bat guy.
No, we don't go nowhere near 15 amps. My a friend, I sold one to a guy. I don't know how I think he got sold to me through Ross. Yeah, from
Idaho.
Idaho? Yeah, Idaho. He I did business with him. I built him one. I sent it all out to him and everything like that. And he's been running his Gold Cube with it. So it has enough volume to run a Gold Cube.
It did run the 1,800 gallon pump.
That's pushing it. I would say that's pushing it.
But that's what the Gold Cube comes. That's what he was running it with, though. And I was surprised that it was able to do it. He said he only could do it for about 2 hours per battery.
Yeah, it's too much. It's not. The electronics inside the brain isn't built for that. If we were, that's where the engineering comes in. You want to engineer it for something bigger, then you have to change some stuff inside. the way this is built and the circuit boards that I order are specifically made for this. That's what they do. You know, small little stuff. So don't think you're gonna come in and have a 10-foot storm surge come through and flood your basement and pump it out with this thing. No, that ain't gonna work.
Well, you could just real slow.
It would take you some time. If anybody's interested, I'm gonna. Can I guess I could drop my email.
Yeah,
I'll drop my email in the chat, and if you want, email me and we can talk about it, because I had a business plan set up, but there's not enough of them to sell. There's not I didn't pursue it, so the price on it we can come to an agreement. So that's why I say email me. I'm going to drop my email in the chat here. So
you could put it as a banner too.
You want me to make a banner? You can make the banner.
I got wet hands. Samurai says I'm cheating. Quit I'm panning, not baking. Put the sifter down. So I'm sifting, Samurai, because this is the dirt that you got your gold out of. That big pile of gold. So I'm going to see if there's any more of the half-gram nuggets. And that's what's in this one.
How do you create the banner?
Go to banners, add banner.
I don't see add banner.
It's at the bottom of all the banners.
It's at the bottom of all the banners. Create a folder. You don't want me to create a folder.
So you open open the top one, and then add a banner. It might already be, to be honest, but I don't know.
Oh, create a banner. All right. Scroll across bottom. Ticker. Okay.
406, you just getting home from work or what? You gonna do some panning tonight?
Oh, come on. You got to click. All right, let's see. Oh. All right, let's see if that works. Add banner. All right, there we go. There you go. That's Gold Eagle Prospecting email. The email address is hd75sport@gmail.com. If it's easier for you to remember, that's my 75 Harley Davidson Sportster. I named my email after that. So
Do you wish you still had the bike, Joe, or are you too old to ride?
Oh man, I'm glad it was those sportsters, man. I wrenched that thing every which way, but
Yeah.
three times I tore that engine down. So I got tired of it. But I wish I had I wish I had a nice Heritage Softail Classic. That's what I like.
Softail because you're getting older.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna run some tailings through here and see what we can come up with. I think we're running in a little. How come we're backing up? That's why we're backing up. All right. So everybody can see we got some.
Oh, everybody's requesting the Dolly Pot demo by 406. He said he's too tired for that shit.
Oh man. Come on, 406. We're all doing stuff here, man.
I could go get my my ore and go get my Milwaukee mat crusher, but I think the neighbors would be irritated. He says, hell no.
Yeah, this is a lot of fine stuff that I'm doing here, so I might have to crank this up a little bit and get the flow going. Keep them ripples clean,
Well, that's the good thing about yours. You can adjust it to the 100th, correct?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's my point that I was getting to. I might have to show you how it can be turned up or turned down. You guys can see the flow that's going there. We're gonna go down a little bit. As you can see, it's going. The water's getting slower. The flow's getting a little bit flatter. That's at 7.55 volts. Actually, you're running 0.39 amps. 3.39 amp hours. Now we're going to turn it back up. You can see it's increasing. We're at 7.8.
406 says the neighborhood hates it when he crushes rock and throws it in the blender. Ooh, I got 2 fly poops, Joe.
Nice.
Hey, all gold matters.
Now we got it up. We got it up a little bit. We got it at 8.3. We're going to run that for a bit, see what happens. My next invention, what I'm going to do to make it an adaptation to this is I got an idea to run a hopper.
A hopper?
A hopper. So I ain't got to sit here and spoon this stuff. I discussed it with you already. You gotta give me some input on that.
I think a hopper would work well if you could feed it or have it to where you kind of can adjust the depending on the size of the material you're putting in the hopper, You can open it just a little or close it a little, with kind of like a
damper.
A damper.
Well, you're supposed to look into something where you can print for me. Remember our discussion?
Yeah, I need the measurements of the sluice, the top, wherever you want to put it, the open end.
You didn't tell me that.
Joe, you're supposed to feed the sluice from the other side so they can see. Damn it!
Is that what they're yelling about? Is that what they're complaining about?
Well, you know who's complaining.
Who?
2 guesses. Who's busting your balls? If it ain't me and it ain't Trav, who is it? He's got to think.
My grouse trap.
That's right.
And this is a customized silicone sluice that came along with this you can see how well it's working in there, man. Stuff is unbelievable.
DB says it's not her. Stacy said 3.5 inches wide. All right. Now, is that the inside measurements? Because it's going to have to lay in right below and clip onto. So I need the measurement across the back so it can clip onto the back and then sit down right where you're spooning. Trav's down there in chat giggling.
Oh, is he now? You know, I had my tape measure here just before, and somebody came over here and stole it.
So Joe went out and got safe before we started. The tape measure was probably in his hand.
Yeah, you're a funny guy. So we were running this thing with that Geo High Banker. We set up the High Banker.
Geo Sluice High Bankers.
Geo Sluice High Banker. We set up the High Banker in the creek. We had the battery on. This is how it initially got started. We had the Geo Sluice going, and Ross had to take the ATV all the way back to camp, get a battery, put it in the back of the ATV, and drive it all the way out to us that we were in the river.
On the claim, yeah.
On the claim. So I said, "Oh man!" I said, "Wow, that's we should have run my other thing." So I went back, and I got the power supply, and I plugged it in, and because we were running the same size pump, and I showed it to him. I put it together. I plugged it in, hooked it up, boom, and we ran it right there in the creek. And he was amazed. So imagine that. Imagine not having to hump in a heavy battery into the bush that you can and just carry in the plastic Geo Sluice and setting it up and going to town right there in the creek.
Yeah, that sluice is super lightweight. It sucks that the battery is 100 times heavier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you got. I'm going to show you. Hold on a second. Come on.
Joe's making a fucking mess, everybody.
Big mess. This here,
Joe, you running that shit dry?
This here is a Geo Sluice. It's a small little geo sluice, and it's lightweight plastic. So imagine this, built into a nice size high banker. Very lightweight.
18 inches long, 6.5 inches wide.
And it runs
For the
off
high
that
bank.
pump. So you can put all of this stuff into your backpack and go down there. The shovel is going to be the heaviest thing you carry.
My lunchbox will be the heaviest thing I'm carrying.
All right.
406 says, are you running that shit dry?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well, I wanted to run this dry because I got some wet stuff that I'm going to run too.
He's yelling at you in chat.
Yo.
He's screaming at his TV right now. Scrapyard says, dump some baby oil in there. Make that gold slide in the holes faster. Now they're just busting your balls, Joe.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this stuff was run. It was panned I panned this stuff. So I don't think there's going to be any gold to be found in here.
You found one piece of silver, didn't you?
I didn't find nothing yet. I didn't look.
Oh.
No,
I thought when you were looking through when you were dumping it in the one thing.
That might have been lead that was in there. I don't know how I got lead in there. Are we keeping any interest there in chat or what?
406 says you're killing him. DB says it's starting to sound like a Diddy party when you got baby oil involved. 403's laughing.
Who says it sounded like a Diddy party?
DB, she said when you're talking about adding that baby oil up in there to slide it in the holes faster. Joe don't get it. He just don't get it.
I ain't got my hearing aids in. I didn't catch all of it. I'm concentrating over here with my concentrate. Doing this is very mind relaxing too.
Very therapeutic.
Yes, that was the word.
Joe is reminiscing with the dirt, especially since they have the same birthday. Oh! That wasn't me. I was just reading chat. You know who that was.
Oh, yeah? Do I got to get the folder out?
I still don't know how you turn 2 stone tablets into a folder, but yeah. Oh, shit. Stacy says he's watching the gold float out of there, Joe.
Oh, is he? All right. This will make him feel better.
There goes a piece. Trav seen it.
Oh, yeah? Did it stay in the sluice?
He's got them young eyes. He can see it. So coming up here, I don't remember what day it was. Trav, Joe, When do we have our first Treasurefam Saturday International Series? Is that the 15th or is it the week after?
The week after, isn't it?
I can't friggin' remember.
The 14th is a Monday.
Oh, then it'll be the week after.
Yeah. That coming Saturday, which will be, I'll tell you in a second. The 14th, that would be
the 20th?
Yeah. No, the 19th.
The 19th? All right, well, I think the 19th we're going to have our very first international live stream. We're doing it at 2 p.m. on Saturday. That way, Mr. 403 is going to be home, and it'll be 8 p.m. there in the Netherlands. We do have a miner and prospector from India that's interested to coming up. He's one of my longtime subscribers and Instagram followers. And then we've reached out by request. Some guy in chat there asked about another YouTube channel from, I believe they're from Australia. So we're going to hit them up and see if they want to come up and show people the different equipment and how equipment varies from place to place. Because we're fairly fortunate here on this side of the world when it comes to equipment. It doesn't seem like they have much options. And anything they can get is super expensive in comparison. Joe, the end of your sluice is backing up.
I just fixed it. Now, why don't we get Stacy to come up here and explain to us what's the difference between running it dry and running it wet?
He's got the link.
I know. I'm just saying, I know he can hear me. He always comes up in the back room. I just figured that out. He's always in the back room. He needs to come up.
I'm still waiting to see Samurai pan. I hear he pans. Actually, I hear his granddaughter is the one that does all the panning.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so for all you people down in chat that know about helicopters, what's the helicopter that looks like what did I say it was, Joe? It's the one so there's a helicopter with two propellers on the side, one on each side, or front and back. Well, then what's the one with the giant one in the middle that looks just like those? If that makes any freaking sense. I wished I would have got my phone out and videoed it.
And let me show you this while can you see it? Let's see if I can get it over here. I got the brain box, and you can see right over there is the sluice. It also has, say if you have to go refill your can koozie, or you have to have
Go
a
take
sissy
go,
break.
go take a tree break.
Yeah. What you do here, you see this little button, the control button, the control knob. If you press that in, look at that. Shuts it down. But it keeps your same setting that you have on there. We're running at 0.77 amp hours. And if we turned it back on, it's going to go right back to 8.3 volts. So that's another little feature for you.
I like that part.
So we're gonna shut it down here, and we're gonna see what we got going on in the box. At least I'm gonna take a break here for a bit. I'll look in there.
Lifting that big ass shovel wear you out, Joe?
Yes, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna clean it out real quick, and I'll put the tailings in the pan. We'll pan that later, but I don't think there's any gold there. But I'm gonna run a bag. I'm gonna run a little bag that I got here. One of them little bags that I know we're gonna find gold in. So.
Oh, you are gonna run a good bag?
Yeah, I'll run a good bag. Why not? I just want to clean this out to make sure that I want to. Those are tailings, so I'm tailings checking.
All right, I gotta scroll down. Huey. Yeah, it looks like it picks up containers. That's the one. It looks like it freaking picks up and drops cargo containers, but like on the top of it, it's got a big, like a different top part, and then a giant ass whirly-do. I don't know. I don't know shit about helicopters. The cargo is a Sikorsky, but don't remember the model. Would it still be a propeller even though it's on top? I mean, that was what I was calling it. It didn't seem right to call it a propeller.
Well,
no gold, Joe, because you were spooning dry shit in there. It's wet now, though.
That would. I don't buy that. I'm trying to figure out where my other bowl is here.
The one you were smoking, or the one you were? I'm gonna stop giving Joe a hard time. I'll stop.
I'm gonna have
the
to
rotor.
go outside and look for it now.
Oh, see, that's the one I was talking about then. I don't know if you can see that or not. Bye, Joe. Renee always sees the Osprey chopper, and the Chinook is what always flies over your house. Hydrophobic principles of gold, Joe. It'll float.
What happened?
I'm reading chat, and they said that you were going to get lost. I'm just saying. Somebody in chat said you were going to get lost.
Who?
Did you hear an owl? There's an owl again. But I did see a Rolls Royce helicopter. That was pretty cool looking. The concentration.
Concentration of what?
Looking for tiny fly poops. I got the bifocals on.
You know, what am I kidding myself here?
So Joe went and played golf today. It's not Sunday. It's not golf day. But Joe went and played golf today. And he actually did pretty good.
You know what I seen today?
What'd you seen?
I looked up there. We were on the 7th tee box. And there was 2 eagles flying up there. Beautiful. You can see the white tails, the yellow beak. Beautiful. I don't know. I like eagles. You know what I mean?
I do too. DB says the Chinook is what knocked the tree branch loose when it fell on the power pole and burned up. That was a couple weeks ago. Took our power out for the whole day. And he is sluicing. He never does that. Joe, you take a blue pill today?
What?
I'm reading chat. You golf today and now you're sluicing. You never do either one. Did you take a blue pill today?
Who's asking?
Guess. You need the magic silver juice in the tumbler. Probably I do, is who he's saying. This is all black sand. Like, there's hardly any regular sand in this stuff. Now, anybody out there watch Ask Jeff Williams? He took iron pyrite and turned it into gold.
That is amazing.
It was pretty amazing to watch, actually. Well, I sent you the link. Yeah, I definitely need to get my jar of magic silver juice. Scrappy says religiously, my neighbors get all scared for their chickens when the eagles fly over their house. I wasn't seeing any chat. For a while, I had to refresh. What's up, Steve? Yeah, so with it, he crushed the pyrite down. And then he fracked the pyrite and found the gold, according to the video.
He did what to the pyrite?
He crushed it, fracked it. So he cooked it, heated it up super hot.
Yeah.
And then dumped it in ice water and then panned it out. But the pyrite turned red. It went from black to red. And then it became magnetic when all of the lead got out of it. It was kind of interesting to watch.
All right, these are cons to be panned.
Sounds like you're taking a leak over there, Joe.
I'm just redoing my water there.
Sounds like Joe, so you got, oh boy, Joe is playing with silicone rubber. And Scrappy said if somebody sends him a bunch, he'll do it.
A bunch of what?
Pyrite.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, he was going over the, oh no, it wasn't lead, it was sulfur. When the sulfur was removed from the pyrite, it turned red, sulfur, not lead. And then he was saying you got to be careful if you got an arsenopyrite. When you cook it, you could be playing with some arsenic. And he said the way you can tell is if you're dealing with arsenic pyrites is if you crush it and you smell garlic.
And you smell garlic?
If you smell garlic after you crush your pyrite, it's arsenopyrite, and you should definitely do some different stuff when you're cooking it. You don't want to breathe that shit in.
I do it all the time.
Like cook it in your stove, We know a guy that did that once, cooked it in the oven.
He got yelled at for it, too. All right, so this we're going to...
Oh, Trav ain't coming up. He said he's off. He's going to, he's wiped from work. He's going to go to bed.
Really?
And Prospecting 406 says copper-colored pyrite is typically arsenopyrite. Trav got Joe's hopes all up. He thought he was going to have a sluicing buddy.
What happened?
Said Trav got your hopes all up. You thought you were going to have a sluicing buddy.
Yeah, he's always up for sluicing, man. What can I tell you?
406 says there's a bunch just over the hill from where we prospecting 406. There's a bunch over the hill from where they prospect, and 406 says he knows where the bunch of that is too. Scrappy's carving out a pine batea style pan after the storm. So Scrappy, you've been sandbagging all day. You build a little barrier around your truck. Now the question I had is, wouldn't it make sense to get your truck to the highest ground possible, and then if not, drive it up on some sandbags, and then go around that. That way, if the water gets over, it don't come in the bed of the truck.
There ain't no mountains down there.
No, but he can park it on a Tesla or a Kia or.
Oh, you know, it should actually be illegal to have as much fun as we do. You know that?
It should be.
So I don't see the orders pouring in for this this power supply here. I don't know what the deal is now.
He said no up at the road to keep the road river from making driveway Grand Canyon. Sand digs fast and moving water. Tell you what. 4 minutes and we hit that hour mark, Joe. You getting ready to pan that one of them little sluice one of them little pay dirts?
I'm having the Reese's cup right now.
Joe got the munchies, everybody. Oh. Well, I did find like 8 fly poops, Joe.
That's good.
I'm parked in the river, head on like a proper Viking longship. Nice. I'm going to switch camera modes and move over to the table for a bit. I might get safe. I'm going to go live later, so I'll pan some more later if I don't pan more now.
It's break time because, you know, we got the union here.
That's right. Woo! What's up, everybody? I'm on the big screen. Why am I on the big screen, Joe?
You put you on the big screen.
There's 2 of me. Holy cow.
I could do that too.
Now there's only 1.
I'm going to give you a long range shot.
Grab by life by the balls and sail into the storm. He needs that snack. He's a hard-working miner, LOL. Flower gold wizard. Right? Could you imagine if there was 2 of me? Like, it's already fucked up enough that there's 1 of me. Could you imagine if there was 2?
I wet myself. Look. From eyeball in the pan. I do that all the time.
DB's youngest cat learned to play fetch.
You see my new chair, everybody? Like my chair?
That's a Scuba Steve inspired chair, isn't it?
Well, it's a game. I didn't know they made specific gaming chairs.
Yeah, they're more comfortable than office chairs.
I guess. But
you don't like it?
Do you see me sitting in it?
Well, just because you're sitting in it don't mean nothing.
You're while I'm sitting in it.
You're a crotchety old fart. So old people, when they buy stuff, they just deal with it, even if they don't like it.
How come your opinion and everybody else in chat's opinion is 2 different things?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You always call me old and decrepit and I can't do this, that, and the other. And the chat,
I've never said you can't do nothing. I've seen you in the creek for 8 hours. Now, you might have been dipping your berries in the cold water and playing with the pan, but you were there. Joe, you're lactating. His implant popped.
No, I was eyeballing the pan with water in it, and it dripped on me. So But that's a good one, Bacchus.
Yeah, so that was the Gold Eagle brain box. It works amazing. Are you going to run it some more, or save it for tomorrow, or for? We got time. We ain't got to go nowhere.
I'm taking a break.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might. I usually like to do the tailings through there, but I enjoy panning it better. I'd rather pump some water into a catch pan and pan those little bags.
Yeah,
because they are fun panning.
They are fun.
So that's the only thing deterring me.
So you drinking grouse juice?
I'm gonna go up there and get me. Oh, that's an idea. What's today? Tuesday?
Yep, gonna go get you a lemonade.
I'm gonna go get me a lemonade.
Nice. All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna play a song, so I got time to run inside too. So here's one of our. Where's it at, Joe?
I don't know.
Here you go. Golden Dreams. This is the one I wrote for 406.
Oh.
Aiming for gold, a dream untold, sifting through sand, a story to unfold, a nugget of hope, a treasure to find, gold fever burning deep in my mind. Mountain stream, a winding path, seeking gold from dawn to dusk. Hand in hand, I sift the sand, a fortune waits in this wild land. Panning for gold, a dream untold, sifting through sand, a story to unfold, a nugget of hope, a treasure to find, gold fever burning deep in my mind. Rocks and stones, my weary feet, river's edge, a treasure to greet. With every dip, a chance to view, a golden smile to pay my way. Panning for gold, a dream untold, sifting through sand, a story to unfold, a nugget of hope, a treasure to find, gold fever burning deep in my mind. With legion maps, all gold matters big and small, flour gold to nuggets the golden gleam, a silicon wonder, trapping fine flour, a fortune awaits, a treasure to find. Panning for gold, a dream untold, sifting through sand, a story to unfold, a nugget of hope, a treasure to find, gold fever burning deep in my mind. Through rivers wild and mountains steep, my quest for gold, I'll never sleep. With legion mats, my hope is bright, a fortune awaits, a golden light.
And just like that, TV Magic, we're back.
Yeah. With
DB's got a friend down in Titusville. She didn't evacuate. Scrappy says it's going to be an interesting ride that way. This storm changes so much and fast, I won't know what to expect till it hits, really. I've seen them go nuts, and where they couldn't, I'm just going to close the back hatch and ride it out.
Where is Titusville?
I'm guessing Florida. Scrappy's going to mount the GoPro and record some of the insanity.
Yeah, I can't imagine them those winds that come generated from that, man. Where is the prediction that it's going to hit? Is it going to hit Tampa?
So it should smoke Tampa, is what it looked like from when I watched the video. Prospecting 406 has friends in Naples that chose not to evacuate.
Wow.
Scrappy says, honestly, probably looked just like it with rain.
So when's it going to hit? Going to hit tomorrow?
Yep.
And it's going to hit Tampa.
Yep. It's south of Tampa now, he said. Okay. So when they were showing it, it showed that it was smoke in Tampa.
What do you mean smoking?
Going right over. Yeah. But now he said it's going south.
Well, if it goes south of Tampa, then their storm surge ain't going to be as bad. Because it's going to blow all that stuff out of the coast. Yeah, you never know which way it's going to go. Just a hot air balloon. What about Ivan?
I'm listening to something, so I muted myself.
Oh, I'm reading it did loops in the golf. Oh yeah. Well, we can only hope for the best. We know it's going to hit, so not much we can do about it. Now, who might that be, DB? All right, Nick. Good talking to you, man. That's on my bucket list. I want to see the Aurora.
Hey, Trav got some amazing pictures of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How come I didn't see it when I was there?
He sent him in group chat in our group chat on Messenger thing.
Yeah, I might.
Okay, so oh shit. What time is it? Hour and 10 minutes. It got cold out here, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the water was warm when I was panning, and now I got cold fingers.
No, I guess I don't.
30 years of storms. This one is going to get wet, but I don't see much more for us now. Well, that's cool. Scrappy says it's 78. Let's see. I'm going to tell you how cold it is. 57. It's going to get down in the 40s tonight. I could sleep in my chair. Well, you want to drop the link and head backstage? Got our hour done. Did a little hangy out, chit chatting.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
406 had to scrape ice off the windshield.
Yeah.
Oh, that Hawthorne is the town that he's near. Okay. Well, come backstage, Scrappy. Come hang out. We're going to hit the end button. It's going to play our outro. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I might do a late night after midnight live stream, or I might go to bed. Shit. I got a cardiology appointment tomorrow, Joe.
It's been a long day today.
It has been a long day. But all right, anybody wants to jump backstage with us, there's the link. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.